Good evening everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly click on subscribe button. In this video, we will continue our Microsoft Word tutorial. Let me open my Microsoft Word app. The app is coming up. Yeah, I have my app here. I click on blank documents. In my previous tutorial, we've worked on home and insert. If you missed my previous tutorial, kindly check my previous tutorial to stay up to date based on my ongoing tutorial. Today we will start from design. Under design, we have theme and document formatting. We have colors, font, paragraph spacing, effects, watermark, page color and page border. So when you want to type your document, let's generate a random text. We have this random text. If I highlight this text, I can easily change the format. I can easily select the theme that I want. I can change the format, the display of the text, and I can change it from the predefined formats. As you can see, as I'm mousing over on the text, it is changing. You can decide to select any one you like from here. There is nothing much there. So, as regards the color, as you can see, you can change this color even right from your home page. You can change the color of the text. Come to this place and just select the color. Are we on the same page? And you can justify this by clicking on this place. So you can change the font. As you can see, as I mouse over on it, it is changing. You can change font color, font family, or font type. And you can as well come to home page to come and change your font family as well. So most people use Times New Roman. So let's check effects. So you can change the effects as you like. As you can see, you can change the effect from here. When you click on effect, it takes back to here, so you can change the effect as you like. So yeah, this is watermark. You can give your document a watermark to show that you are the real owner of the project. You can give it a predefined watermark like confidential, do not copy, and all. As you can see, I've clicked on do not copy. So I have do not copy on my document, and you can as well remove it. Remove watermark that disappeared. So you can customize your own watermark. Let's say for instance I want to customize Fatai Jamiu Akande on my document. So click on customize watermark. If you click on customize watermark like this, you click on text watermark and type whatever text you wish to have on your document and click OK. If you scroll down gently, can you see there is Fatai Jamiu Akande on my document? So if I press Ctrl Enter, it will take me to next page. As you can see, this is the second page from page number. So I have Fatai Jamiu Akande as the watermark on the second page as well, and you can easily come here to remove the watermark. So you can set a page color. As you can see, I'm having red as the page color. If I click on this, I have red. If you scroll down, the entire page is now red. So if you want to see it clearly, you can highlight this and change the color to white. I come to home and select white. Wow, we're able to see it clearly, and you can increase the font size of this to, let's say, 14, or let's say 12. So you have this. So that's how to set page color. So we have page border as well. You can give a page border to your document. You have different kinds of border. If you click on borders here, you click on border and you scroll down to select, click on page border, you click here to select the type of border that you want. Let's say I click this one. You can determine if you want the border to be applicable to the whole document or this section alone. So if I want to use this section, let's say you want to do a front page for your document, you click on this section and click OK. So you have this as the page border for your document. So let's move on. When I click on layout, I have margin, orientation, size, columns, and all. So let me create another page. So I have a blank page here already. Fine. So I want to generate a random text. Press enter. I have this random text here. I highlight this text and I want to set the size for my document. So if you click on size, you have this. You have letter, tabloid, legal, statement, executive, A3, A4, and all. A3 is bigger than A4. So most people use A4 for their letter, their document, and all. We have A5 too, B4, and so on. There are types of paper format that we have. So you can set orientation for your document. You can decide to be landscape. If you click on landscape, as you can see, the display has changed. It's now on landscape. So you can change the orientation back to portraits. So you can set the column for your document. The default is one column. You can decide to put it for 3 columns. Wow, as you can see, we are able to set a column for our document. So if you click on break, it shows that you want to break this page to another page. So we have several means by which you can break your page. You can break page, column, text wrapping, and all. And you can set it to next page, that is under section break. You have page break and section break. You can page your break to break a section. So if you click on section break, it shows that you want to insert section break. That is, you want to leave this entire page as a section on its own and go and start another section. So this is line number. If you click on line number, it will number each line in your document. So let's say you click on continuous. Can you see? So that's numbered each line in our document. So we have several formats of applying line number to documents. So we have continuous, we have the one that will restart each page, that is, as this is continuous, we have 17 here and it's continuing with 18. So if you click on restart each page, it won't continue. So if it's another page, it won't continue, it will restart. So I press Ctrl Z to remove that line number. If I press Ctrl Y, it will come back. Ctrl Z is undo, while Ctrl Y is redo. So let me press Ctrl Z for undo. So if you click on line number back and you click on restart each page. So let me copy and paste this text like 2 more times. Wow. So the first page, so this page is full already. So I've copied a particular image before. That was why I'm able to paste picture in my document. So this page is full already. So I'm trying to explain line number. As you can see, the last number that we have here is 57. So when I get to this page, it start from 1 again. So it shows that if you click on continuous, as we have 57 here on this page as the last number, so this one will be 58 because it is continuous. So you can set indent for your document. You have left indent, right indent, before and after. So let's say I click on column and I select one column. So I want to generate a random text. So this is the random text that we are able to generate. So let me highlight this. You can easily change the column as you want. And you see, as I click on 5, I'm able to achieve indent at my left hand side. So right, if I click on 5 and press enter, can you see I'm able to achieve indent at my right hand side too. Same applicable to before and after. Same applicable to before and after. Let me press Ctrl Z to remove the indent. So if you click on image like this, if you've done this before, you can use text wrap by clicking on square or tight or through anyone you like. The aim is just to be able to move the picture anyhow you like. Let's say you click on square and you see square towards the text. So if you click on behind the text, wow, so you'll be able to, you click on behind the text and you come to home, click on select object, just align this object. You'll be able to move and drag the image and you can expand the size of the image. You can expand it, you can expand this. So let's move on. We are on layout. So that's for position and text wrapping. So let's say for instance I have these shapes in my document. I have these shapes and I have another shapes. So I clicked on this circle and I want this circle to go back. So I click on send backward. As you can see, I'm able to send the path of this circle to the back. So using send back and bring forward, that's the function of the tool. So if you want to bring this circle to the front, you click on what? Bring forward. Can you see? You are able to bring our circle to the front. You are able to bring, you can easily send this to the back and you can as well send this, you can send this to the front like this. So by clicking on bring forward, that's the function of bring forward and send back. So you can use Microsoft Word to draw to some extent. Let's say for instance I want to draw a house. As I have this, you go and select a rectangle, a triangle. If you click on this triangle, place it here, reduce the size a bit. So let's create our windows and door. Put your window here. You can you can remove the fill for this shape by clicking here, and you can Ctrl C to copy this shape, Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste. Then you drag it to the right hand side to achieve window, and to achieve a door you click on rectangle, draw it here. You can remove the fill by clicking here. So you can change the color of this to another color. You can change it to this. It depends on whatever you want to do. And if you want to have, you can expand this page if you like. You can increase, you can zoom it if you like. by clicking on view and click on zoom. So you can zoom it to any percentage that you want. Let's say for instance 200 and you click OK. Wow, so this is kind of big. For you to see it clearly, you can just zoom it, and when you are satisfied with what you have done, you can click on zoom again and click on this. Just select your 100% and click on OK. Wow. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly click on subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel before. Don't forget to click on bell icon to stay up to date with my upcoming tutorials. Thank you.